Let's go.
MBL is playing as orange because he wants to make Viper change his color. Jeez. That is just rude. Honestly, Viper's gonna stay in yellow though. He might switch to Alt G, who knows? Random faux colors. Alright. So Viper playing as Dravidians, MBL playing as Japanese. Both pretty good civs for this map. I think later on in the game, Japanese kind of clear Dravidians, but Dravidians have a really nice start, right? Very, very nice start. And we'll see if Viper opts to go for the house or for the dock first. I don't think you can. I think you have to make the house first. Otherwise, you're going to be in a doubt situation where you're transporting villagers across. And yeah, he's going to go for the lumber camp. And then the house. He'll be waiting for that dock. Even though the dock does provide a little bit of extra pop space, you don't want to be making that first. And then having to transport 5 villagers across with 10... Could you please write the seedings down for the play? It's Viper MBL. Does it matter, is my question. Does it matter at all? It's 2 versus 15. What? Only 15? Never ever? It's off adjusted tournament points, right? MBL doesn't participate in all tournaments. It's not surprising. Like, Leary was seed 9. Anyway. MBL's been watching a lot. I've seen him in here chatting quite a bit during these games, and he's going to make the dock on the outside, thank God. He's not making the dock on the inside. It's going to be on the outside here. Take the box turtles in from the sides. And he didn't go for the 1 forward, which is slightly disappointing. I feel like the 1 forward is always better, but this one's safe. Crazy how the winner of the previous iteration of this tournament is seed 2 now. Is it crazy, though? I mean, it's been 3 years. And, like, our seeding is based on tournament points, and Hera is very clearly the #1 player right now. Why did MBL loom? Probably because he was housed. If you're asking in general why MBL has loom early, it's probably because he's housed. Why does he have wheelbarrow? It's probably because he's housed. And cart, town watch, probably because he's housed. All right, scout comes in here for MBL. No risk, even though there's no loom for Viper. You don't want to attack that. They're just going to transport it away and be perfectly fine. How are Samurai versus Arumi? It feels like Samurai will still clear those, except in big groups it might be a problem. But I don't know if we're going to see Samurai versus Arumi. That might be a little bit. A little bit much. Feels like in a big group with all the upgrades, Arumi would do okay against Samurai. But in a 1v1, Samurai would definitely win. Most likely Arbs versus Cav Archers. Probably Skirms versus Cav Archers. Dravidians should be better in general. I prefer the Japanese tech tree. The Dravidian having bombard cannons is nice for sure. But I think Japanese are better on land. Yeah, well, you can't type Urumi anymore. I love turtles. I'm seeing a bunch of held messages. You can't type it. There was spam going on. We had to block the term, and now Twitch is being stupid with it. Havoc, you can do it because you're a mod. I shouldn't be drawing attention to the fact that it's blocked. Who has better fishing chips? The Japanese have better fishing chips. Thank you, Mingo Bingo, for getting us back to the game. Now, MBL has found a few water buffalo. Let's take a look at Viper. He's found a couple as well. And they're both still kind of looking around. Where's Viper's scout? It's over here, scouting MBL. MBL finding some more water buffalo over here. And MBL goes for another dock on the inside. So he's thinking about fish booming here. Definitely will need to scout this area to see if Viper's going to go for a forward dock. And Viper investigated a little bit and figured out that MBL actually does have loom. So he doesn't try and finish this attack, although the villager was stalled out for a little bit. MBL coming over here, more HP on his scout, faster to the feudal age, although he's worried that Viper might actually be faster than him. Going to try and block this scout and save the water buffalo. Unfortunately, runs directly into those. Uh-oh. MBL's going to be faster than feudal.
Yorume.
Viper might be in trouble. Doink. And, well, MBL might find this water buffalo. He's got another one here, which is good. Viper manages to get away. Barracks going up for Viper. Doesn't seem concerned about a forward dock attempt from MBL. MBL is scouting everything here for the potential forward dock from Viper. And MBL is now sending 2 vills. Might be late, though. He's going to go for the barracks. So both of these players are going to go for the land military. They might add in a dock later. But right now, it appears as if both their pawns are going to be safe. And I love this from MBL. An outpost over on this side, just to keep tabs on the shoreline to see if there's a sneaky dock. He's even made the outpost a little bit further along. And he's getting town... Is this MBL? Is this actually MBL? Not just trusting that someone won't go for a dock here. He's actually going to scout at everything? Oh my god. What on earth? That is a level of thought that we don't usually see. However, the archer is faster from Viper. MBL might not be able to get this archer range up in time. He's going to try and attack this spearman. He sees the archer out now. He can transport more vills over here if he needs to. And the scout comes over to clear up that archer. So, his archer range should be up perfectly fine. Although he won't have the advantage in unit numbers because Viper got that 200 wood initially as Dravidians, which allowed him to go for the range really, really quickly. Galley being added in now from MBL. Transport ship, where is it? It's not here. Fletching is already in for Viper. Viper is going to take out 2 villagers from MBL. Really nice opening there for this snake. MBL manages to snag one of those. Cool. And still roaming around with the scout. Trying to pick off any weak archers, but it's a very weak scout. Shouldn't be able to do too much. Okay, so Viper has a lot of wood here. Is he going to add in a lot more fishing ships and start with the fish traps early, or is it a second range? It's a stable. It's a stable. Sees the skirms from MBL. He's going to go for that classic Dravidian stable. Try and make scouts to counter those. Interesting. MBL is favored. It might be looking at the Civ matchup here. I don't know what spec dashboard is looking at when it comes up with those odds. Viper researches Imperial Age 32 minutes and 14 seconds on average in 1v1 with Dravidians. Okay. 32 minutes, 14 seconds. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Archers looping around this way. He'll find himself some more water buffalo. That'll give him something to do under the TC. MBL is almost out of fish. And Viper's on the way to Castle H. Like, MBL needs to start dropping traps soon. He's doing it back here now. He's on the way up to Castle H himself. Viper, it feels like it's still open for him to come forward with docks if he really wants to. He's going to get that extra 200 wood. Might add a siege workshop, right? Start pushing through the center there. Could add extra TCs as well. He's adding more fishing ships on this side. It's also open for MBL to come forward dock Viper. Like, Viper can't see this area, right? MBL has more scouting on his pond overall. And there's areas over here that MBL could maybe sneak a dock in, and that could be a real problem for Viper. When is it economic to buy the fishing upgrade? I mean, probably when you have like 10 fishing ships. 15 maybe. Probably better to just save the resources for that until you have enough of a boom to justify it. Forward siege workshop from Viper. And I think these two villagers are going to come forward with the dock after this, if he can swing it. Mangonels are actually decent against galleys and ships in general. And if MBL gets or if Viper gets a dock there with the war galley upgraded, he can kill all of this investment from MBL into the fishing traps. He is taking a little bit of damage back here. Has to, you know, not just let that skirmisher work away on his fishing ships and traps and whatnot, but the scout is back here, so he should be able to take care of that. Crossbows in for him. Elite skirm for MBL. And Viper thought about making a second TC, but instead he's going to come forward and make a dock, potentially? Yeah. Which MBL will see, because he has Town Watch. But I don't think he can do anything about it. He's got one galley only. This is a problem. Now you got to start adding a navy if you're MBL. Yeah, this is a big problem. MBL's still not adding in navy. He's still not adding in navy. War galley upgrade is on the way, but no ships. Oh, boy. Viper pushing around this way as well. Crossbows are still here. At home, Viper's fishing eco is looking okay. It's not fantastic. He's waiting until he's floating wood. Still wants to keep the pressure up against MBL. And he only has one dock. So, I mean, I guess MBL can defend against this. He already has bodkin arrows, so he just goes for the war galleys instead of fire galleys. His fishing ships are a little bit tankier. If he builds up enough galleys, he'll be able to defend his fish, because Viper's not really pressuring that way, but Viper is pressuring this way. Another villager down. That's two. There's a hole over here. MBL can either escape or wall off, and he's choosing to wall this area off. I actually don't mind the war galley idea from MBL. You get a few of those, and then you get some fires in front, and your war galleys can help deal with this army. MBL laughing. What was he laughing about? Dead Mangonel. Lost skirms at Viper's base. Okay. Gillnets is now in for Viper. So the fish boom begins. Ah, it was probably a I see. Nice job from Viper. Juicy demo. This is not a good situation for MBL. He's losing his range here. There's a lot of pressure. I mean, Viper can't really go much further. because of the war galleys added in from MBL, which were a really, really good addition to help hold his pawn. But MBL can't really provide any pressure at all either. An extra 7 skirms would have been really nice if only he had those somewhere. As MBL goes for a second TC. Second TC is already up from Viper. Second armor upgrade on the way. Look at Viper's units. Villagers, fishing ships, crossbow, monk, scout, armored elephant, mangonels, scorpion, transport ship, war galley, demolition ship, fire ship. Like he has everything. And he could demo some of these fish potentially. But remember, Japanese fishing ship. Very tanky. A diverse portfolio. That's right. I like that. Viper also snagging the relics already. He's already got one, so that's number 2. Does he see the other ones over here? He sees everything. Really good scouting from Viper. Oh my goodness. Look at MBL's scouting. He's missing out on a ton of stuff. Viper can see the entire map. And he's found another relic. So it would not surprise me to see Viper get all 5 relics here. It's almost like making scouts helps with scouting. Don't be a smartass, Robo. Crossbows are in the back. This is a problem. Viper's gonna kill so many villagers. MBL, like, his skirmishers are way out of position. Viper's just snuck him with the crossbows again. And it's 43 villagers for MBL. The skirmishers are finally here on both sides. Bunch of these are weak, though. We'll see what the micro is like. They're dancing around ballistics as Viper will snipe another villager and escape with some of the crossbows. No, he's going deeper. He's just trying to kill as many vills as he can. And now he's trying to kill fish traps. A better target than the fishing ships for sure. They're more expensive and they're easier to kill. So he just took out 300 wood worth of fish traps. Make it 400. And another villager. Oh my goodness. What a raid there from Viper. Absolutely insane value from that raid. And now MBL is just in full recovery mode. And he has to go for the 4th TC. Oh, not again. Oh, we've seen this before. Okay, it attacks the Vil. We saw that in a Doubt Leary set yesterday. Where there was just an armored elephant sitting there and it instantly denied the TC foundation. But not this time. It's working away. MBL needs to get this complete and then kill that elephant ASAP because that TC is going to go down if he doesn't. Castle over here from Viper. 67 villagers for him. 15 fishing ships. I'm surprised it's not more, to be honest. 56 vills for MBL. 16 fishing ships. Like, he's still got a decent eco. And he's tracking the relics now from Viper. So, I said Viper might get 5 relics. He was collecting relics to the front side. To this monastery. MBL's denying that. Viper only has 240 gold. Collected from relics. Castle should have been forward. No. It's not really Viper's style, though. Goes for the castle over here because he's scared of a raid. He can wall this up on this side. Food eco for Viper looking fantastic. But Imperial Age is actually on the way for MBL first. Does MBL have gill nets? He does. Japanese fish with gill nets are kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. What was it? 32 minutes and 14 seconds is when he usually reaches Imperial Age. It's pretty close. Archer ranges here for MBL. Could be cav archers, could be skirmishers, probably cav archers. Some Marumi being added in here from Viper. And, oh man, finding another TC from MBL. That's 3 villagers dead over here. MBL forced to delete that. He has snagged himself another gold that Viper will probably not find on that side. And he continues to add in more fishing shifts. So 17 fish right now for MBL. 3 more in the queue. That's his only food eco at the moment. Is those fish. That's it. Brother. Brother. Okay. More skirms for MBL. Viper is just floating everything. I mean, he could really research whatever he wants when he gets to Imp. Absolute insane amount of food. He's got the fish traps. He's got all these farms as well. And he's not really spending food, to be honest. Might even want to sell a bunch of it for gold. Thumbring on the way. Skirmisher on the way. Medical core on the way. Is he gonna... Oh, is he gonna go elephant archers? Dravidians do not get elite battle elephant. If Viper goes Dravidian battle elephants, I don't know. I think it's probably just going to be elephant archers. Yeah. Archer ranges are being cleared up here. MBL at 68 villagers. He hasn't really expanded his villager lead at all, or his villager number at all. Viper's had to lead consistently since that raid with the crossbows. Now he sells 1,000 food. This is kind of unnecessary to go elephant archers here. I think he just wants to. I think he thinks it would be cool. And yeah, he realizes he might be in trouble soon, so he goes into skirmishers and more elephants as well. Wow. MBL kind of secured this area of the map now, so he can come out for that gold and that stone. 20 fishing ships for him. Skirmishers still kind of pushing this stuff away. Denied off another TC here, although he did get these ones up at the back. And he's just trying to catch up on eco. He's trying to catch up on everything. How much is Elite Elephant Archer? Let's do a check. Elite Elephant Archer. 900 food, 500 gold. Actually not that bad. A lot more affordable than I thought. Dravidian skirms against Japanese skirms, and Arbalest is on the way. Viper's eco is still really, really solid. Bomber cannons are definitely an issue for Japanese as well. They don't get them. They only get trebs. They can go monks, but then there's the skirms from Viper, which he doesn't really care about, right? Just dive to snipe the monks. You're going to have to make another switch to be able to deal with these bomber cannons if you're MBL. Right now, skirmishers is just not it. How do you patrol units with these different points like MBL does? You've always been able to shift patrol. It's slightly different though. Like when you have to release the shift is slightly different from like a shift command. You've been able to shift patrol since the original Age of Empires too. All right, so Viper pushing everything back here. Thericidai now in his own pond. just to protect, you know, just to keep it safe. Treb's now coming out from MBL. MBL is at 84 villagers, 24 fishing shits. And the skirmishers are pushing in. There's a tower here to try and defend, but I mean, it's only a watchtower. It's kind of brutal, man. What is shift patrol? Literally shift patrolling, so you can patrol in like a box or like whatever shape you want. Patrol doesn't just have to happen in a straight line. Like I said, the shift commands are a little bit different for patrol than they are for like a shift queue. You have to release before the last click. You have to release the shift button. All right, this is over. How on earth the MBL fights this back, I have no idea. He might have an idea, but he's going to lose his entire wood line to skirmishers. We have 52 skirmishers for Viper. 52. MBL is pushing over here, I suppose. The Thericidai now dealing with the Trebs, or attempting to. And the Trebs are attempting to shoot them, and Viper's actually sniping those. The Thericidai are doing okay with the multiple arrows. Viper dodging around all the Treb shots, and that's just a win for Viper. Better economy there. Good early push with the archers, and then, of course, that crossbow raid is where everything just started to go disastrously wrong for MBL. And he could never really recover from that. Beautiful job there from the snake. MBL looking, I mean, he looks slightly more prepared than the previous rounds for Houseboat. Houseboat's a very technical map, so I'm not surprised that Viper would take that one. We get onto the crazier maps a little bit later here. Lost with the Japanese, win with the Dravidians. Like a couple early mistakes there from MBL. He could have saved those 2 villagers against the archers if he had his transport ship over there, right? He could have prevented the crossbows from getting into his base if he had just walled, which he probably should. Could have set up his archer ranges in a little bit better positions. Demo against the skirms was crucial too. Yep, that was a good demo there from Viper. I don't know if it makes that big of a difference, but I mean, MBL doesn't have any army on the field once that happens, right? Why everyone mocking Dravidians is they are picked really early in every competition? Because it's a meme from Viper's channel, Wasabi. It's a meme from like a year ago when they first came out and they were really bad. Originated from Mem, did it? All right, so Boundary Brawl is next. Once again, MBL has picked orange. I think he's trying to force Viper to change his color off of yellow. Just a little thing. Dogao and Andy got in a fight about that earlier this year when Dogao picked gray and Andy didn't want to look at gray, so he had to change the friend and foe colors, and he was really mad that he couldn't play in his orange. All right, 40 seconds left. Barry BM, hope the admins here crack down on that kind of tomfoolery. No, dude. You can pick whatever fucking color you want. Like, I have no sympathy for that whatsoever. If you want to play as like a weird color and someone wants to metagame you by picking another color to force you to play Alt G, fine. It's under their control. They can pick whatever color they want, dude. If you get mad about it, that's just doesn't make sense to me. I understand being frustrated with the other player and complaining to the other player, but there's no case to the admins to do anything there. Absolutely zero case for the admins to get involved at any point. All right. MBL playing as Malians, Viper playing as the Portuguese. And we are on Boundary Brawl. If you're unfamiliar with Boundary Brawl, you can see everything that's happening in the center. You got to get your TC set up here. Both your rhinos are relatively safe behind. And MBO says Jiao Jiao. Sangar na Dagan. Porden I Veret. Bra bra. Snow? Brigendvind. Trist. Ik sabra factist. I nord I de snu. You're talking about the weather? Probably. That probably means snow, right? Speaking Swedish, it's Norwegian, Axel. Oh my god, Axel, how could you be so insensitive? It's Norwegian. I think they were trolling us. Yeah, I know. Viper is asking if it's snowing, and MBL says it's raining. Ah, okay. I think it might be snowing today. I saw snow. There was snow on my car yesterday. And I know the Great Lakes region was getting a bunch of snow, but I don't know if it made its way up up here. All right, so Viper's gone for the early dock. MBL's gone for the early dock as well. I would favor Portuguese a little bit here, especially with all the berries available, right? Viper's got those berry bushes there. He can gather wood from that if he needs to, which means he can go for... Actually, if you think about it, he can go for way more fishing ships than normal. He could probably squeeze in 3 fishing ships. Normally, you're limited by the amount of wood available in the center. But if you go on to berries for the wood... Then you can delay that lumber camp a little bit longer. Try and get more fishing ships out. You might be good. Viper will be forced to go for loom here. Because he mistimed his house. He didn't have enough wood for it. And he's sending the first fishing ship out to explore for the water buffalo. MBL's doing the same thing, though. Nice job from MBL. And both of them double back. They might be fighting for the water buffalo on this side now. You bought a car? I mean, I bought a new car months ago, but I had a car before that. I've always had a car. You try living in Canada without a car. It was a bad idea. You won't be able to go anywhere. Unless you're in like a big city. Alright, MBL comes back to the fish. He's found enough water buffalo for his liking. He's got 4. Should I get a car when I move to Regina? Yes, 100%. He will just not be able to do anything there without a car. Don't you have buses or trains in Canada? I mean, we do have the occasional one, but everything's so spread out. Even if you were to take, like, buses places or trains places. Trains, not so much. Like, once you got to the place where it dropped you off, you'd still have to take a cab or whatever to where you want to go. Everything's just really spread out. You also have to drive to get to most trains, yeah. Okay. So Viper's over here with his lumber camp. MBL's building his as well. 2 fishing ships here for MBL, 2 fishing ships as well for Viper, and he hasn't taken any of the berries yet. Just trying to get up to feudal age. I think both of them will probably contest water. I would assume that Viper's going to open galleys and MBL will open fires. We'll see. So the public transport is just a pure joke in Canada? It depends on what city you're in, honestly. And, like, it's a joke, sure, but it's also way harder to set up public transit here than it is in somewhere like Europe or Germany or wherever. Because, like I said, all the businesses are situated in one area in those places. Here, they're all over the place. So, like, you'd need a lot more buses, a lot more stops. Going to random-ass places where nobody lives. Everything's just built around cars. All right. Viper. Trapping 2 of his vills in here in the mining camp. If MBL comes here with range units, that could be a problem. But he is up to the feudal age about 25 seconds later than MBL is. MBL adds a second dock here. MBL will go for fires. Yeah, makes sense. Minneapolis is pretty pedestrian friendly. I mean, big cities, sure, right? Like Toronto has a whole subway system and busing system. You could live in Toronto and not need a car. It's like probably be better not to have a car, right? Because then you don't have to pay for parking or whatever. But I don't live in Toronto. But the cities that I live in have a light rail transit system that like loops through the downtown of both cities. And it's okay, and there's a bunch of buses and stuff. Like, there's a lot of transit around here, but it's still... like, it just takes so long. Monorail? Not a monorail, no. We didn't have a snake oil salesman come to our town hall and sell us a monorail. How do poor people move around? I mean, buses? Or they have a cheap car? Legs? Okay. Finally, we get some action here. Viper has opened some fire galleys, and he's adding in the demo. MBL opens with 2 fire galleys and then goes into galleys himself. So MBL should be able to control the water here. It's just a question of how quickly Viper's going to be up to the next stage. And MBL is still afraid. He's still scared of pushing in. He sees the 1 dock from Viper. And Viper's keeping that dock with a flag on it. So MBL doesn't really know how many ships are inside that. He also doesn't know if Viper has another dock on the outside here. Thanks, man. Thank you for the prime. Welcome in. Galley's now coming in for MBL. There's a demo in this dock. Fletching is in for MBL. That will delay his castle age time, but if he wins water, it's worth it. And he's looping around this way with the fire galleys on the other side. Viper is saving those demos for a rainy day. And more galleys coming forward from MBL. This should be an easy clear for him. Yeah. Fletching on the way for Viper now for his archers. He's sending archers all the way across. Normally you go for a forward range here because it just takes way too long. By the time he gets to MBL's base, I mean, fletching just delays your castle age. You could be up to castle age by the time you get here and then get fletching. Wow. I guess he's off food, though. And MBL goes for a tower. Beautiful. This is what Sato did. This is what his teammate did. He went for a tower in the center to deny farming space and deny the villagers from, you know, having the ability to move around. But Viper spots that tower immediately. Brings an archer forward. He's going to be able to garrison that archer. MBL will try and complete his own. Viper's tower is up a little bit earlier. And now we have a tower war on the side. Neither player can rush the towers down with villagers because the TC is within range. Here come the archers as well. So MBL has already spent the stone for the tower in the center. Viper must have seen that tower, and he's coming in with the archers, and he's thinking, oh, that's perfect. That is amazing. He won't have enough stone to make a tower to defend himself out here. And once again, Viper's going to snag 2 villagers right off the rip. Maybe just one. Just one. Skirmishers now coming out for MBL. That should be enough to deal with these 2. Once his friend comes out. And yeah, he's going to be perfectly fine. Meanwhile, in the center, the tower war continues. Both players now on stone. I think Viper's tower is going to be low HP first, yeah. And he has to leave. So good job from MBL. If this tower goes down, he now controls the middle area. He can keep Viper away from these berries. I'd love to see a wall off around this. That'd be super nice. And MBL is still controlling the water to some degree, although he's just now killing the fishing ships from Viper. If MBL was making out with the fish, that would be a little weird, right? Why didn't he repair the tower? I don't know. Didn't want to spend the stone. Wanted another tower like over here somewhere. Just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. MBL's in a pretty good situation. He's going to have water control. He's got the tower in the center, pushing Viper away from those berries. Viper's a little bit stuck in the middle here. And should still have a fairly competitive castle age time. But Viper is on the way to the castle age first after a little bit of balancing with the market. As MBL goes for another dock on the side. Everything in the middle is visible here. So Viper will see that MBL is adding a 3rd dock. What is your favorite team prefix? The underscore or the dot? I think the underscore is just like old school, kind of nostalgic, right? I think the dot looks cleaner, but I like the underscore more. Brackets are also good, yeah. Brackets definitely look cleaner than everything else. Ooh, MBL. He's seen the villagers. And he ignored this guy so he could kill more. Nice. Great snipes from MBL. Beautiful. He ignored the bait. Viper sent that guy out as bait. I think a lot of players would have killed that, but MBL knew there were more behind that. Beautiful. Viper lost a lot of ills there. I think 5 villagers lost on that side as MBL now escapes with some of his own vills. He's on the way to the castle age. Viper going for a 2nd dock. He's going to get to castle age, and the 2nd dock will tell MBL that there's going to be the war galley upgrade coming in. He should add more fires of his own, which he's kind of doing right now. And it's cav archers from Viper. I was about to say. Haven't seen cav archers in a while. Some cav archers, some knights, some extra fires. No war galley upgrade yet. No food eco at the moment for Viper. He's all out of berries over here, and he's trying to evac with as many villagers as possible. 0 on food? Yeah, but he's got some food over here once this TC goes up. MBL's actually spotted that. That's good info. If he snipes that zebra, it could be good. But I think he's just shift queuing the skirmisher to explore. Busy with other things. Viper gets War Galley, and he has 145 food now. MBL, box formation. This is the time you need to use box formation. Gets away. Back to the safety of his fires. Getting the War Galley upgrade himself. Should be able to deal with this Navy. And should be able to deal with this one too. MBL will go for that second TC. Still pushing this knight away. 2 HP Viper escapes with. From that side. And MBL gets a lot of good info from this one skirmisher on the setup of Viper's base. Might even discover this other TC too. So great job from MBL there. He also sees the cav archers, and he's going to hunt those down. Oh, nice job from MBL. Beautiful. Kills the cav archer and chases those ones away, and he's fully aware that they're coming, so he can go for the tower. Taking some elephants as well, not losing the villager there. That's really nice. And still clearing up the Navy. Viper hasn't really been able to do much on water. MBL has had some really good clears. 23-12 is the KD. MBL will have access to the final berry bush here as well, so his food eco will be looking okay once that's complete. As Viper tries to get his food eco on track, and the knights are now in for MBL. Viper's going to have to quick wall this. Nice quick walls there. He gets this one. He tries to get the gate. He replaced the house with a gate. Oh, man. Oh, no. Viper. Oh, boy. He would have had it if he had just kept the house. He would have had it if he had just kept the house. And now he's losing a ton of villagers to these knights. This knight's still going to be over here. Monks are trying to convert. War galleys are trying to pick away. They won't hit any of those. But this guy might be able to do some damage if MBL remembers that he's there. He can't see the villagers right now. Still, good damage from MBL. Siege Workshop now in the middle to clear up all this stuff. Perfect. Cav archers have come in on this side, but there is double tower now from MBL. Viper walls out that knight. And Viper makes a break for it. MBL's going to catch him again. Damn, dude. Viper at 46 villagers. Should have waited for wheelbarrow. MBL housed in wheelbarrow? Yep. There she goes. Game is now paused. 56 villagers for MBL, 44 for Viper. What happened to the cav archers? They died somewhere. They die under here? They died to the skirms? Maybe they died behind the market? Maybe they died in the market? We don't know. Good game so far, though. Shaping up to be a pretty good set. I'm really impressed with MBL right now. Fire galleys are over here. Or, sorry, fire ships. Let's see if MBL can track these. He's got another fire inside the dock. He can ungarrison. Mangonel is here to work against the TC eventually. And he should be able to clear up this water pressure and keep his control. The water element of this map. Viper still has 3 TCs, though. So if he keeps producing from all of them, if he can, he's trying to set up his food eco now, he might be able to catch up on villager count if MBL is not adding extra town centers. Even the relics coming in for MBL. Nice. The relics are on the water, by the way. So if you control water, absolutely massive. You can deny the relics from Viper for a very long time. Do you want to produce from the center TC, though? That is a good point, actually. And Viper is not producing from the center TC. So he's probably set a control group. As his monk goes down trying to get that relic. He's probably set a control group to just produce from these two. So he's not catching up in villager count anytime soon. Another TC from MBL. This should be MBL's game. 100%. Viper's going to lose everything in the middle. MBL is sending the monk out for more relics. There's another relic coming in. And MBL has enough stone for a castle. The question is, where dost that castle goest? It's over here. Castle on his face! Supported by the war galleys. No opportunity for a counter castle here from Viper. No siege from Viper. He's got a couple monks, but where are they? Well, they're over here. If he converts a knight, maybe if the... I mean, just move! More galleys. Come on. Oh, excuse me. I'll just... On your left. To the right. Left. Right. Okay. All right. See you later, dude. Thanks for joining in. That's what you call a naval blockade? True. The only naval blockade better than that, do you guys remember the Island Empire video? The naval blockade that guy set up between South America and Africa with his longboats? That was the naval blockade. All right. Town watch is on the way. Heavy plow on the way. Bosa on the way. And outposts coming out from MBL. And it's not an outpost rush for once. It's legitimate outposts all over the map. Beautiful job. He's going to be able to see a lot once these are up. And the relics are coming in. That's relic number 3. Viper managed to get a relic. Oh my god, he sniped a relic from the water. And there's one still here. He might get another one. Gebetto are coming out from MBL. Cav archers are on the way for Viper. It can be very difficult for him to pull this one back, but he does have 76 villagers now with a somewhat decent eco. MBL at 88. Goes for another TC. What's his farming eco look like? It looks decent. With heavy plow, right? He's setting up more farms. This is beautiful. This is perfectly acceptable. I haven't seen many of the mistakes that MBL usually makes in his losing games, right? Haven't seen many of them here. Hasn't been housed a whole lot. The farming eco is actually on time. He's scouting. He's not taking obscene risks. Just really solid gameplay. And it's a defensive siege workshop from Viper. He needs it. He needs it. Ballistics on the way for Viper. Cav archers are here. There's 11 of them. He has ballistics in 4 seconds. He's getting husbandry right now, and he just got bloodlines as well. Still missing Bod Canero. I mean, really struggling for the food income now. As the Mangonel hides behind the rock. I'm not here! Did anybody see that clip in Nilly's recap of the month or whatever? One of the clips at the end was MBL trying to shoot a villager that was... You know when villagers are walking and they're stuck up against like a stone pile or a gold pile? He was trying to shoot it with a group of cav archers, and he literally couldn't hit it because the cav archers had ballistics. And they were anticipating that the villager would walk further. So there was no way for MBL to kill the villager. If you have ballistics and thumb ring, the cav archers can't miss, and they only fire where the villager's gonna be. But if it's walking up against a stone or a gold like that, they literally can't hit it. Never seen that. It was crazy. All right. Gebetto are in, killing villagers. Imperial Age is on the way for both. Tigui is even on the way for MBL, which should help against the raids from Viper. And Tigui's in. Viper's going to be like, MBL got Tigui? What? This is a new and improved MBL. This is Tigui MBL. That's going to make things annoying for Viper. But MBL is floating so much res, like just in general. He's got a good eco. Forward to get that. Sanctity on the way now. Scale Barding Armor coming into. Light Cav switches coming for MBL. And Imperial Age is in. So Viper's going to be about 1 minute and 40 seconds behind. Treb is coming out to attack this castle, and Viper will be forced to repair for a very long time. Unfortunately, Tigui is not hill forts. It can't range at longer distances, so MBL will need to deal with this somehow. And that's a very nice place for Viper to sit, and MBL clearly just doesn't realize this is happening. Still 121 villagers for him. He's busy in other areas. Trying to convert the Cav Archers. Gets one. Tigui putting in work against the CA as well. And Viper trying to find that sweet spot in between these TCs. Oh boy, he's found it. At great cost, but he's found it. Okay. Viper has had a good few minutes here. He's really distracted MBL, and you can tell MBL is kind of struggling with this a little bit. Viper gets to the Imperial Age, floating a lot of res, 100 villagers. It's still possible for him. MBL doesn't have anything to deal with this stuff at all. Where are the light cav is my question. Where on earth are they? They're coming back. Okay, they had to go all the way back across the center. The stables were in the middle. And they're getting that final armor upgrade to finally clear the Cav Archers in his base. 2 Trebs working away on this castle. Chemistry is on the way for Viper. It's still 30 seconds away. And it's going to be probably 4 Trebs by the time the first bombard cannon is being produced. MBL still having big problems in his eco. He needs to clear this. He needs to get those villagers back to work. The light cav should be fine against these Cav Archers, though. Viper needs a lot of stone to repair this. Bomber cannon is also out from MBL. Bomber cannon's still a ways away here for Viper, and 4 trebuchets attacking a castle is no joke. There's a lot of resources Viper will need to put into repairing that castle. It's already taken 10k damage. That castle's going down. That castle is dead. Yeah, Viper can't hold this. Rame goes down, Gebetto pops out. It's like a magic trick, and she's wearing magician's robes. Treb getting killed. The Mangonel does clear the bomber cannon from MBL, though. And MBL is now sending villagers into the fray. As Farimba is coming in for him, he's managed to trap the Cav Archers. I won't say clear them because they're still alive somehow. But it looks like he's going to be fine on that side. 44 on food still for MBL. 138 villagers versus 115 from Viper. And now the light cav are coming in to try and deal with these bombard cannons. Treb's still kind of working away as well for MBL. And Viper, is he going to save these bombard cannons? Farimba is in. He saves 2. He saves 2. Nice job from the snake. It's a big save. Dave, check if Viper got conscription. Ooh, did he miss out on that? He did not get it. He lost the castle before it came in. Nice snipes there from Viper. Clears the Treb. Beautiful job. MBL splitting. Trying to snipe the crossbows. I think you just work away on the crossbows. Then you have all day to kill the bombard cannons. As Viper snipes one from MBL. He's just really struggling to get army on the field. It's 4 crossbows only, and MBL takes the win. That's a really nice win from MBL. That was a very solid game plan from him. Contest water, open fire galleys, and then into the galleys after that. control the water completely, expand on the edges, never give Viper a chance to really come back. Just super solid. Viper tried to come back, and he honestly did a good job even being competitive with the imp timing at all from the situation he was in after losing like 10 villagers trying to cross the water. But MBL dealt with the raids. Tigui was also... Tigui, like, caused Viper quite a few headaches, honestly. Didn't end up killing many units, but it was annoying. All right, so 1-1. We've got ourselves a series. Is this the Battle of Norway? It is, yeah. MBL with a much better eco, unsurprisingly. And he managed to beat the Portuguese here, so that's a good civ to take away. So both players have lost with their first overall civ pick. Love to see it. All right. 1-1 in the set thus far. Boundary Brawl, a win for MBL. And I think we will be going on to
Thanks
Nomad
for the
next.
tourney.
Get a pet aboard. Thank you for the 8 months. Piper, thank you for the 3.
Fuck you, Riley. I
Problem,
made
dude.
your
I'm
mom
having
so
fun.
mad Trudeau deployed a 24-hour infantry unit to stack sandbags
Having
around
fun.
my bed.
Been some good games in this tournament so far. Great. And I'm really glad, like, shout out to T-West for, I mean, our base is tracking most of the games, so shout out to him. He has to do all the admin work and stuff. But T-West has set up all of these maps really well, and he's changed a lot of these maps based on player feedback and our feedback. And I think they're in a pretty good state. Like, he's the guy who changed boundary brawls so that there's less potential to have a Mr. Yo mishap like last time. He's the guy who's also changed the Nomad version to make sure there's always a villager starting near the shoreline with a pig. Golden Hill has been changed multiple times to make it more fair. Mired has been changed multiple times. Piso Pizza as well. He changed that one a little bit to make it more fair. This tournament is one of my favorite map pools. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it better than the original WWC. I'm just glad. I'm glad Compass is gone. Number 1. And I'm honestly kind of glad that Boundary Brawl is like less lamey and a little more technical. And I'm super happy with Stranded. Stranded is low-key like the MVP of the map pool so far. I think that's a really high skill map. And I love the fact that even if you win water, you're not guaranteed to win the game. Like, it's 50-50. Are you paying for this tournament from your own pocket? No. Microsoft sponsors the prize pool and some of the admin costs. I will end up paying a little bit in transfer fees, basically because transferring money isn't free. So I'll end up paying a little bit from that, but it's not going to be an overwhelming amount. Everyone banning Mongols? How boring a tournament without Mongols? I mean, Mongols are in every tournament. I don't know.
You should have heard your mom last night.
Hope
She
you make a
sounded
profit.
like my
It'll be
great
fine.
aunt when I pull a surprise visit. She was
The
like,
Hammond, thank you for the prime.
"Oh."
How is the experience of hosting again for you? It's good. I just wish, like, I wish I could, like, put all of my energy into it. You know what I mean? But right now, like, most of my energy is, like, focused on my health, whether I'm good. Most of it for, like, the last 4 months has been focused on that. I see you're anti-Mongols too. Brother, I've watched thousands of Mongols games. I think I've seen enough.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
Thanks
Ranging
for the
Guard,
gift
thank you for the
sub,
5 months.
Fake
Why? What happened to your health? Just over the... I've had a lot of issues over the last few months. It's been brutal, dude. All right, 30 seconds left. It's going to be Bengalis against Lithuanians. Sadly, Dave lost his hair. It's not one of them, bro. At this point, if my hair started regrowing, I'd be like at the doctor's like, dude, what's going on? It's another symptom. Ah! Okay. Nomad. And an interesting generation for sure. A big, big pond in the center. As we see Viper setting up the TC over here with the Bengalis. We're going to have MBL going for the dock up here and looking for a TC spot. This villager is very far away. Very, very far away indeed. So MBL ends up going for the TC over here, and he's going to have to walk a very long distance to get there. Did MBL not start with like a goat? He did. Okay. There it is. Outer water doesn't even fully circle the island. Yeah, there's always a landlock on this version of Nomad. I don't like the Nomad versions where it circles the entire way around. This was unfortunate, though, for MBL that his villager was over on this side. Viper's going to get his TC up a little bit faster. It'll probably be like a villager and a half ahead. MBL did get his dock up faster than Viper did. Viper was looking for the optimal position. But, I mean, MBL had to go all the way around this pond. That is just unfortunate for him. That's what you get with Nomad. It's the nature of Nomad. Sometimes you get screwed. Resting birds in the center. Okay, so MBL will go directly to wood here with Lithuanians. That's a 3-minute TC. Absolutely brutal for him. He also built the TC late with this guy too. Like if we go back to the beginning, we can see MBL's got 2 vills over here, right? And we'll have more than enough time to catch up. He sees the water here, so he's going to go for that. Honestly, if I was MBL in this situation, I would have built the TC with both of these vills and sent this villager to the water, to the corner. The landlock is only on one side. You're going to find a dock somewhere around here. I think that's a bit of a mistake on his part. Still, it is what it is. Viper's at 8 vills, MBL's at 6. So any early water pressure is kind of off the cards now for MBL. He's going to have to make do with this start. He's going to have to figure out a way that he can kind of catch up in eco. Early loom for Viper is one way. So that's quite a nice thing for MBL, that Viper will need to get loom that early. And it should allow him to catch up just one villager. And he's just going to be kind of booming away up here. He's very far away from
Dave
Viper.
has a bad case of penis humangitis. His dong is so big it drains all the blood. Very sad. Please share and like.
It's a real condition. Tragic. It's chronic as well. The prognosis is not good. The birds? I know. The birds are convalescing. Congregating. Consummating. Condescending. Alright, so MBL scouting the shorelines. Viper, let's take a look at what he's doing. Viper is scouting his land area. And he'll go for the shoreline and find the landlock down here eventually. Right now, just luring rhinos. I think with no vision, you're just kind of stuck into going fast castle. And if you're going fast castle anyway, then you don't really need the vision. of where the enemy docks are. It's only if you're going for some like feudal pressure or something that's super valuable. It's also just nice to know where your opponent is docked. We'll just have a nice little castle age war between Bengalis and Lithuania. It's going to be very pleasant. It's going to be very peaceful. It's going to be a lot of fun. MBL won the last game. Was it late game? It was an imp, yeah, but MBL had the advantage like most of the game ever since Feudal 8. It was pretty one-sided. Does the Viper see the third rhino? You mean this one along the shoreline? Oh! Dude, it's gonna wander back though. Like it's gonna wander back, right? Like surely it's gonna wander back. This is how the first whales evolved. Or no, it's not wandering back. It's trying to get into the ocean. This is how whales evolved. These little pig-like things became like sea creatures, and then they developed flippers, and then they lost their flippers, and they just had like one big flip. And that's how pigs became whales. He's ill, chat. Ignore him. I am. I have penis humongitis. It's a terrible affliction, Lars. Entertaining and educational. That's right. Okay, Feudal Age is on the way for MBL. Feudal Age is on the way for Viper. Viper's slightly faster. They should both be able to pull off a fast castle here, although I don't know if they will want to. Let's see. I mean, Viper only has 173 food. How much food does he have in the arms here? 170? Maybe with 6 fishing ships. Maybe it might work out for him. Does he know where MBL's docks are? Nope. He knows where they aren't. A little bit. Does MBL know where Viper is? Not really. Nope. He knows where he isn't, kind of. Viper goes for 1 galley. It's true. You have the most severe case doctors have ever seen. I know. They said they'd put me in the textbook, but it wouldn't fit on the page. And I had a tail before I crawled out of the ocean? Really? Okay. All right, double galley for MBL. So just defensive Navy, most likely. Slowly build up, go to Castle Age pretty quickly. Pick away at each other. Very, very similar situations here. MBL's actually discovered where the dock is from Viper. Viper is going this way. Viper is like... He's going to see that fishing ship, and unfortunately for MBL, that tells him a lot of information. It tells him that MBL's docks are over here, and he can already see that house with one of the sheep. It's also gone for a dock in the center where he's going to start to fish boom. That's a really nice addition there from Viper. Even if he loses his fish on the outside, he's going to have some fish on the inside he can take advantage of. Yeah, that fishing ship is unfortunate for MBL, so Viper now doesn't have to scout this way because he didn't know if MBL docked this way. Like, he suspected, but he didn't know for sure. And he's just going to send both of his galleys over to this side. MBL saving the fish. Beautiful. Not saving this ville, though? Maybe? Huh? Sir. Damn you, 100% base accuracy! She survives. If she even gets, like, poked by a little branch here on these bushes, she's dead, dude. Those are like juniper bushes. Dead. Bro, when I was in high school, my dad and I were we had to put up a fence on at like one of our houses, and there were juniper bushes in the way. And holy fuck. This is the worst things to cut down and remove ever. If they're overgrown, oh my god. Oh my god. We went through like 3 different saw blades. It was crazy. They would just wear them out, dude. They would bend them. Literally. All right. Castle Age on the way. Loom coming in for MBL. That's probably pretty good. And he's going to click up the Castle Age soon, too. But Viper's got the nice little fish boom going on here. Viper is just taking advantage of the fact that MBL hasn't scouted this. He found it first. And the fact that MBL is kind of hard committed to this area. MBL is adding in 4 more galleys, though, so he should have water control. Would you rather fight 1 Margugu-sized Juniper or 100 Juniper-sized Margugus? Well, they can... I think I'd rather fight the Margugus. Because all I would need to do is close a door between me and him. Or them. And then they wouldn't be able to get to me. I would strategically remove the doorknob. Was your medical condition the reason your family needed multiple houses of living space? What? Oh, the penis humongitis. No. All right. War Galley comes in for Viper. 30 seconds away for MBL. And MBL is just a strategic withdrawal here. He's trying to survive. Viper can pull these fires back and heal them up as Bengali's. Eventually. They will recover. It's not very fast. It's 15 HP per minute. But it's something. And he can bring them back into the fray later. Right now, he's just delaying. He's just pushing MBL back as much as he can. Adding in some extra demos as well. And adding in a monastery, too. So he can start to collect the relics. He's also gone for a scout. Good auto scout with this guy. Find all the relics. Collect all the relics. That'd be a very Viper thing to do. There's the second town center now from him. Let's see what MBL goes for. Remember, he is playing up against Lithuanians. So relics are a priority. For sure. Do big galleys get helps? Yeah. And galleys get pretty good trash. They're just missing Hussar. The central fish boom seems nice. It's really good, dude. For the resources you invest here, it's just super solid. War Galley is still not in for MBL, so he's just going to stick with galleys. They're more maneuverable. They're funner to use. They're more fun to use, sorry. And they're okay. And they don't cost as much because you won't have to get that War Galley upgrade, but still. Especially against the fires, not going to be so good. Demo is looping around behind. Viper's trying to be sneaky. And it doesn't work. Funner is a valid spelling, is it? So I could say like J-Notch is a more funner chatter than Hoyo. No. Wow, J-Notch, a lot of people hate you, dude. Holy. You blew it? No, that was your mom. All right. Galley's pushing in. MBL actually had a really good clear there. 14-4. 14-4 KD. And these galleys are doing a really good job. MBL needs to be careful. I think he knows there's a demo inside this dock. Meanwhile, Viper's still fish booming on this side. Still grabbing the relics. He's already gotten 2 of them. Look at this, man. He's going to steal the relic out of MBL's base. Viper. Don't do it, man. MBL, don't let him do it. I don't know what you have to stop him, but don't let him do it. Oh my god. He took it. He stole it. Light cav on the way for Viper. He stole the relic. Is that all the relics? I think that's all the relics for Viper. I think there's 4 here, right? Maybe 5 if we haven't noticed where the 5th one is, but I think there's 4. Oh, there's another one here.
You should have heard your mom last night. She sounded like my great aunt when I pulled
There's
the
no
surprise
way
visit.
that Viper
She
can
was
get that, right? There's no way.
Hello, hello.
There is not a, he doesn't even know where it is. He doesn't even, he already got it? No. It's right here. He doesn't even know where that is. There's a TC there. Fervor's coming in for Viper. There's a monastery. MBL still hasn't made a monk to grab that because he's very busy over here. As the monks are trying to heal the light cab and the galleys come over to take out those monks. So MBL will get this TC up. And a monk is coming out from MBL. So Viper, there's no way that Viper can get that relic. There's absolutely no way he can get that relic. He's not even moving, guys. MBL is going to get the relic. So, MBL is hunting down these fish, but remember, Viper still has the fish over here. MBL, please just hunt them down. Just take them out and add some fish of your own, which he's doing right now. Castle coming up for Viper on the TC from MBL. That's on a gold. That's actually really important, although MBL does have a gold over on this side. He has collected that relic. Viper, I think, converted a villager. And MBL can see this. Only being built by 1 villager currently. It's going to run away. MBL is at 58 economy versus 86 from Viper. 4 TC booming. Still has some fish. Still has these fish because they haven't been cleared up. MBL is in a really, 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 really bad position. And now even more villagers for Viper. Unfortunate. What does MBL do here? I think he's just dead. I think Viper's just got the perfect setup on the side. Finally, the fish are going down. MBL's just adding in more fishing ships. I mean, that's the only advantage he has, right? Is the water control. What did Viper even do to get this far ahead? Well, think about it. Bengalis. So he automatically is 4 vills ahead. He had more fishing ships than MBL and the safe fish in the center here. MBL invested way more into Navy. So that's more wood that Viper could put into the TCs faster. And MBL's had more idle time as well. So it's just a combination of things. The TC going up 2 vills earlier was a big thing too. It was, yeah. Viper's going to go for another castle here, and that might be a castle on 3 town centers. Low Legion, thank you for the raid, appreciate it. MBL will go for a castle on this side. Feels like that outpost is inside of the castle, but it's not, apparently. And Viper will just continue converting vills, because why not? "45 seconds away from Imperial Age is Viper. I want to see what this outpost looks like when the castle's completed. Looks like it's inside of there. And the Rather are coming out. It's on top of the castle. Crazy. I'm sure these guys are friends. Like this dude right here brings him like lunch or something. GG called from MBL. You know, like this guy's just doing his job. This guy's just doing his job. They don't care. You think they talk? Oh, they talk, dude. They talk. The problem is for this dude, he kind of has to stay up there, right? Like he can't leave. Nice game from Viper. Underwhelming MBL this game? Yeah. I think the start was really rough for him, for sure. He definitely should have grouped the two vills at the top and used the other villager as the dock vill. 100. But even after that, like Viper finding the middle pond was nice. Being Bengalis there was perfect. Did everything right. Why didn't MBL pick Spanish? What the fuck? Nomad, dude. You have Spanish. Okay. Well, we're going on to Mired. Going on to Mired. What is his final map? It's Graupool? Is he going to pick Spanish on Graupool? Spanish cannon galleons in that center area might be... Piso Pizza, kind of? Piso Pizza's banned. Yeah. Can't pick it there. Thank you, everyone, for being here, by the way. We do have a giveaway for a tablet going on. If you want to be a tablet watcher, or if you just want to win something. Accomplish. Exclamation mark giveaway. You can click that link and get entries just for following our 2 streams. Or if you're a sub. Or if you subscribe to my YouTube. Hey. I want to win something. We're not giving away slams. Sorry. When is the blender giveaway? There's never been one. And there will never be one. I may or may not have signed blenders in the past, but they will never be given away.
2 Halloweens ago. Shut the fuck up or I'll take it
The
to Twitter.
logistics, it's just not possible. I left Z. Thank you for the 10 months, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it. Will you sell a blender? I'm not in the blender business. To be honest. If you're going to be in Berlin for NAC, Noble's Apartment Cup, and you bring a blender to the meetup, I mean, I'll sign it. I'll sign it. I've done it before. I'll do it again. All right, Mired. This one is interesting, and this is a map where laming is super important. MBL didn't find that wood line. Oh, God. Okay, he's going to find a wood line here. Not terrible. Whew. Almost found this one. Laming is super important on this map. You got to deny as many boars as possible, and MBL is the king of the lame. So we'll see how well he can do here. Will you ever come out with your own line of blenders? What would they be called? James Buffet, thank you for the 32, brother. What would they be called? I'm going to see some good names. Romans versus Mayans. Balder. The Davinator. Dave's Banana Beater. Jesus Christ. Dave's Banana Beater. Yikes, bro. Okay. MBL already has his horse over here trying to stop
Fuck you
the
all,
villager
your
from
lives are
Viper
so
from bringing
sad, I
this
get a
board back. You're
charity
getting
tax
way
break
too
just
close
for
to the
hanging
TC,
out.
MBL.
I will love
Meanwhile-
to watch my blender at work.
MBL trying to bring in a boar here. Viper, a little bit too slow. Little bit too slow. He won't be able to stop that. I'd love to see Loom come in from both of these guys. This is a long distance to walk. We need Loom. And MBL is getting Loom. Is Viper getting Loom? Nope. Of course not. Because it's Viper. And he's got supreme confidence in himself to do whatever he does. Viper also sensing that MBL might be wanting to come out this way for more boars. He doesn't see the Vil, though. Villager here, MBL, trying to block the boar now. Still trying to block the boar. Is not able to do anything about that. Viper, sitting in the wrong spot. MBL is over on this side with a villager. He's only luring in one boar. And he's going this way. Viper sees it. He knows there's something going on. Does he go after that, though? Because if he goes after that, there's going to be another villager coming forward for more boars. And he's still trying to deal with this stuff back here. Like, he's even doing the thing where he's trying to save as much meat as possible. Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense when there's 11 of them on the map. But hey, it's Viper. He's getting greedy. Save as much meat as possible. That's right. My meat. Still no Loom. And MBL has not managed to punish him for this yet. That's a Deadville. Like, that's just a Deadville. He's somehow pushing the horse out of the way. I just can't, dude. Like, this should be a Deadville. This is Deadville. Yeah, like, that was nice. That was cool. That was great. Viper, that whatever that was fantastic, but it's always going to die. Maybe if he had Loom, it wouldn't have died. It's always going to. And Viper hasn't even been able to lame any of the boars. MBL's been so sneaky with these villagers coming out for these boars. He has been just so sneaky. And now Viper, without Loom, again, trying to stall out this boar. He's going to shoot it again, of course. Why not? MBL going to try and block. MBL just can't block. Whatever reason. Viper taking those angles. And he'll be able to bring that in. So MBL has the Loom advantage over Viper, and he has that extra villager that he got from the beginning with the mines. Who's MBL playing in next set? You're getting kind of far ahead of yourself. Single elimination. If he loses here, he's done. All right, Viper. Once again, missing the board. Like, he's not laming at all. He's just too late. He's slow. He's old. He's trying. He's coming in. MBL has Loom. Not going to happen. You might lose the horse for this, Viper. He's going to be as annoying as possible. MBL says, bro. Really? He's like, really, dude? That ain't happening. I remember so many sets between these two. It's usually with scouts, like laming a boar, and the other scout is trying to block the boar, and the guy just stops. And then both scouts at some point are just stopped, like looking at each other with the boar chasing after. So many instances of that. It's usually MBL trying to lame. Viper's having fun. I'm sure he is. Did Viper go up without Loom? He didn't. He got Loom. Okay. And he's coming out to the berries now. MBL thinking about going out for those boars. They're actually playing this so safe. All things considered. Viper is on the hunt at the back as well. And there's the barracks from Viper. MBL now clicks up to the feudal age. He's got some villagers on the hunt at the back, and he's got himself some gold access over on the side. And he's sending 4 villagers forward or to stone? Forward. I mean, we might have a little meeting here at some point. A very unexpected meeting. If you're Viper, you're busy, like, looking to see if MBL coming in on that side. MBL is going to find these berry villagers. Viper's going to see this right away. MBL moonwalks into there. Viper's going to attempt to trap this villain, which isn't going to work. So MBL attempted a forward, I suppose. Viper finds that out really quick. And he's going to be over here with the horse to figure out exactly what MBL wants to do. Archer range comes up now from Viper. As he sends a villager out now to snag those 2 boars. He says, hey, if you're not going to take those, I'll take them myself. MBL is sending a villager, though. But Viper's got the horse. And MBL needs to return. MBL waits for Feudal Age to come in. Eagle. And an archer range. It was an unexpected encounter over here for MBL to run into those villagers taking the berries. Did not scout that with his horse. I don't even know where his horse is. He's trying to... he's trying to lame the boars. The boars went back. So Viper sends a skirm. He could, he could pull these boars in with the skirm. Or he could just kill the horse. This is a lot of effort, but it's worth it. I mean, that's a lot of food, right? 680 food. I mean, just, oh my god, dude. So much effort. And you're losing track of your units and your villagers and stuff while this is happening. It's just so much work. MBL now trying to dodge around the spearman, but the eagle is here. Viper's still trying to block. This is so much. Now it's a contest of wills, if nothing else. Eagle's still working away. Skirmisher is here as well. Boars are coming from behind. Viper's still going to have vills. That skirm is running. The boars are still working away. Viper now going after these boars with his other villagers. And he's going to be able to get both of these under his TC somehow. What a shit show. But it worked out. He's going to have the food under his TCs. As long as he doesn't lose vills. Which he doesn't. Beautiful. Amazing. That was very impressive. Meanwhile, MBL pushing him with real army. And Viper's going to have some trouble because he wasn't paying attention to his army production or taking the fights or anything like that while he was bringing in that boar. Viper's 4 vills behind. He has wheelbarrow, though. He has wheelbarrow. Do you think he got wheelbarrow just because that villager? Why spears versus Mayans? Because it just gives you something to help. Just because they're not super effective against anything doesn't mean they're not terrible. They're very cheap. They can help you fight the skirms or the eagles to some extent, right? Push away the villagers as well. We see the quick walls coming up from Viper. Will he be able to get this? MBL's trying to clear that villager. It feels like he's going to be able to save her. He does. For the time being, there are more skirmishers behind. Will Viper be able to save this villager? He's trying his best. He's not able to. MBL just taking the hunt here. Let's take a look at his base back here. Decent farming. Really good farming for him. 14 farms. Viper had all that boar meat, but he was denied off the farms over on this side. And MBL's eco is looking way more solid than his. 10 farms for Viper. And his stable goes up now for the snake. Viper's cooked. I mean, it is looking good for MBL, yeah. Another villager goes down. There was a bunch of weak vills from before. Viper's trying to trap this eagle in now. And he takes it out. He also takes out another eagle over here, and he's got the scouts against the skirms. So Viper should be fine on that side. He will manage to clear this. He does have his own skirmisher army, and he can finally just settle things down a little bit. The horse from MBL is on auto scout. I like that. I like that a lot. Gonna figure out where all the resources are on this map. He's also maybe thinking about going up to Castle Age shortly. He's got Eagles still in production. Skirmishers still in production. Should be able to deal with this. I mean, only Eagles will deal with most of what Viper's making. And even goes for the armor upgrade. He goes for the armor upgrade? Is he expecting something like some more scouts from Viper? Probably. Skirmisher army from Viper is just trying to buy time. There's nothing it can really do over there. He's just expanding his farming eco, getting some gold in, and they should click up at around the same moment. Res collected despite the boars. I mean, Viper was idled for. It'll balance out because Viper's Roman and he has wheelbarrow for his farms, so it'll balance out shortly. Wouldn't Roman swordsmen be good here? They would be good, but not right now. You don't want to delay your castle age to make them. And he didn't have the eco to make them earlier. And I think, like, going into lords when your opponent's so far away, it's just... and has pressure on your base. Knights are probably way more... or just scorpions to defend. There is just a straight up hole there. All right. Well, that's fun. As MBL tries to keep Viper from plugging the hole, and Viper really wants to plug that gap and keep this army out. He's waiting till Castle Age, till he has knights. But in the unfortunate position that he needs to add a tower now, MBL just pushes in. There's a bunch of weak vills in this eco. He should kill some vills. Maybe. Potentially. Skirmishers in a big enough group now that they can do decent damage against those villagers. And MBL's even in here with the horse after scouting the rest of the map. Viper is in a bit of trouble. MBL is going to be faster to the Castle Age. His Eagles will automatically upgrade. Might be able to get the Mayan Skirmisher, elite skirmishers. Which are severely underrated. And he's holding Viper at home. Another barracks for MBL. And it's going to be Pikeman. Pikeman Skirm. No surprise. Just what MBL does. Castle Age is in. Let's see what texts come in. Pikeman. He's housed. Speaking of things MBL does. Bowsaw and... no Bodkin? $800 gold? Yeah, he's floating a bit of gold. Just a little bit. Does he have a market? I don't think so. Oh, he doesn't have a market. Oh, God. And he's still housed. He's not making a house. He's not making a house. Oh, my God. MBL, his own worst enemy since forever. Elite Eagle Warrior. Sorry, just Eagle Warrior technology on the way. MBL still has his army forward. The Knights are going to come out, though. The Pikemen are still on the field. MBL is housed at 65 pop forever. And he finally gets some more houses up here. Still at 691 gold. Get wheelbarrow? Probably should. Why Pike when Viper wasn't even Castle Age? He saw the double stable. He saw the 2 stables. Siege Workshop in the back here for Viper. Very back. So all of his Scorpions are going to take a long, long time to get here to defend against MBL. The Knights are coming in on this side. MBL sending some pikemen home. Hopefully those will be enough to deal with that. Also, Monk's coming out for MBL. He's using a little bit of his gold. He's attacking on this side, continuing to be annoying against Viper's base. And res collected for MBL is now over 1,000 ahead. I think you should always just wait for the house to be complete, Blanky. You don't want to get in the habit of deleting units. You should just try and be better and make houses on time. The horse doesn't count against population though, I don't think in Vector, does it? Does it count for population? I don't think it does. Horse is 0 pop, okay. Why not? It never has. It's not a military unit. It's not an eco unit. You can't make it. Horse don't need a home. Exactly. Does the Hunnic horse count? No. It wouldn't matter anyway. Alright. So Viper goes to the second TC. MBL goes to the second TC. There's the market. So he can use a little bit of his gold. And he's got a lot of stone here, folks. But Viper's got 5 Scorpions and Knights. So if MBL tries anything, if you try anything a little strange, you're going to get cooked. If he tries a forward castle here, he's going to get destroyed. And Viper's actually going for dock. Nice. Love it. Water is a huge part of this map. Usually in late game. But sometimes there's been a few opportunities where you might be able to like sneak in a demo or something. You wait for the Eagles to come across and then you boom them. No demos for Romans. That is true. Oh my god. So what is Viper going to do with this stock again? Is he just going to make Dromans eventually? Wait, why did he make a dock? I hate it. I hate it. I think he honestly forgot about the Romans no demos. And he might have just tried to make one. Intimidation? Yeah, you just garrison a fishing ship in there and MBL thinks that you have demos. MBL probably doesn't know either. I think everyone knows that Romans and Koreans can't get demos. But sometimes, in the heat of the moment, you just, you know, you just forget. Uh-oh. Potentially bad engagement here for MBL. Ballistics is in for the Scorpions. He needs to run away with these Eagles. 63 villagers for Viper, 66 for MBL. And MBL has wheelbarrow now, so very even eco upgrades. No plumes being added in yet for MBL. I like that. Plumes are fairly useless in this situation. Maybe late game they'd be more useful, but right now, not giving you a whole lot. MBL goes for another TC, 4th TC. So now we think, like, how do the Mayans stack up against the Romans in the late game? It doesn't feel great, right? Heavy Scorpion? Legionary? It's like light cav raids? Siege ram? Like, it doesn't feel great. Oh. Droman on the water? Like, it just, oh. Oh! So close from MBL. Trying to trap in those Knights. I mean, the one thing Romans might struggle against is if MBL has a ton of Eagles and he's just raiding the eco constantly. I think Romans will struggle to deal with that. He has like Eldorado Eagles in the farm eco and stuff. I think any Civ can struggle against that, to be honest. Now, what Viper would need to do to stop that is just to lock down his base, just walls and castles in the right spots. Hera would micro down the heavy scripts with hashtag mind scrims. Dude, I think you're forgetting that pros consistently throw due to single-minded avoidance of mind scrim. Imperial Age on the way for Viper. Imp on the way for MBL. Very even game now. Resources collected extremely close. MBL still ahead in terms of economy. But Viper has a 5% boost on everything. As we now see the barracks over here from MBL. So MBL is thinking about Eagles. Got Eagles on the mind. And I think there is, honestly, there's a window here where MBL can just overwhelm Viper with Eagles. Viper is going to go full Scorpion and Legionary. And that's going to take some time. MBL's Eagle play will be a little bit faster. And there is a window. Normally, Scorpion Legionary is like kind of the meme dream, right? Like it's a good comp, but it's pretty unobtainable. But in this circumstance, against Mayans, it could be really solid. This is unfortunate for MBL. That Light Cav's going to find this fill. Good job from Viper. More outposts coming out from both. Big vision for MBL shortly. All the vision on this side. None on this side. Okay, how many resources is MBL gonna have? Does he have enough for Eldorado? Does he have enough for Elite Eagle? He's queuing up the Eagles. God, he's so lucky Romans don't have demo. Couple demos here? Oh boy. Would be brutal. He's saving up for Elite Eagle. How much is Eldorado again? It's a very expensive tech. Yeah, 750 food, 450 gold. The Eagles are coming in. He needs to get him back into the farm eco from Viper. Viper with some beautiful quick walls on the side. And he's going to save these villagers. He's going to pull his Scorpions back over here. Scorpions with ballistics are nuts. And these Eagles are going to get slaughtered. However, if they get close enough, if he surrounds them, MBL could still find really good engagements against the Scorpions and clear them up early. Let's see. Lots of Scorpions going down. Lots of Scorpions going down. Oh, boy. Viper just lost the majority of his Scorpion army. Ballistas is on the way in. Eagles are killing villagers. Losing against the longswords. Legionary still hasn't been teched. And plumed archers are now being added from MBL. Eagle plume could be solid if Viper can't get the Scorpion mass up again. Dock now going up from MBL. Mayans don't get a cannon, galleon, or droman equivalent. Only go for... Well, they can make demos, but they can only go for standard galley fire demo comp. Still no Eldorado for MBL. He should be able to get it soon. Another forward castle here from him. That tower is going to take out the Treb, unfortunately. Still no Legionary from Viper. Scorps are working away. Droman's on the way out. Demo Rafts on the way out from MBL. That's sick, dude. That's really fast. MBL adding in the docks. It's a different MBL, man. Normally, it would have taken him 5 years to figure that out. Gonna force Viper away from this middle area. Villagers are now repairing this trap. That castle is being targeted. And the Dromans are out. El Dorado is still 35 seconds away. That tech takes forever to come in. War galley upgrade coming in. Oh boy, we got ourselves a good one here, chat. We've got ourselves a good one. Can MBL get into the eco from Viper? Can Viper find an angle to just push with this Scorpion Legionary mass? They're not even Legionaries yet. They're just longswords. And Viper's running out of stone. Hang on a second. Viper has stone back here. But he's running out of stone to repair this castle. He's going to have to either buy or somehow kill those trebs. And the Eagles are over here near that stone. So no opportunity to go out there anytime soon. As the Eagles attempt to get in, Viper's got a good walled setup on that side. MBL now pushing forward with 4 trebs. Viper will be running out of stone very, very soon. And there's more Eagles on the way. And there's demos on the way to deal with the Scorpions and the Dromans. Decent demo. Demo's over here. Scorpions are all dead! MBL, he's going to clear the castle on this side. Heavy demolition ship, which I didn't even know Mayans got. Why? How does that make sense? I think the entire Mayan Empire had like a pond. Heavy demos are on the way out. Droman is attempting to be saved. Galleys are coming out from Viper. He does have ballistas, remember, so it gives him +2 attack on those galleys. And he somehow managed to keep this castle alive for a very long time, but MBL has been repairing this trap forever. It's taken 476 damage. Castle won't be alive for very much longer. MBL has found the window. I think he's found the window that he needed to find. Demo is coming in for the long swords. Doesn't find it. Gets the Droman instead. Yep. 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 Bye-bye, castle. Game 5, here we come. Oh, we missed the big demo. The long swords were running away. They ran back into the water. MBL coming in with more Eagles, attempting to raid. On paper, Viper's composition was better, but he hasn't got Legionary. Like, why? We don't understand. Longswords are just dying to Eagles. On paper, the comp is better. But MBL has a good eco. He had better timing as well. And he made the transition into the water pressure really, really early, which actually helped quite a bit. Viper calls the GG. MBL takes a win. It's 2-2 going into game 5. 124 Eagles versus 56 Longswords. Not even Legionary. Like, why? Can we rewind to demo? Yeah, I suppose we can rewind. I mean, that was pretty good that was pretty good timing there. Like, I was on that, dude. Got him. Got him. All right. KD in favor of MBL. Eco in favor of MBL. I mean, just a well-played game. I love that he judged he could just win with Eagles. Sometimes you just can't. Even if there's potentially counter units on the other side, if you have more, if you're faster, you can. Also, the docks being added so early. I'm just so impressed. Old MBL would have played this map for an hour and a half without realizing. Viper should have never made a dock. That reminded MBL that it was possible. The early dock, man, just punished them. And we go on to Graupel. Oh, God. Graupel. These Civ picks are going to be so important. We have Spanish and Khmer for MBL. We have Koreans and Gujaras for Viper. I think Koreans are the pick for Viper. And I think it should be Spanish for MBL, right? Romans did nothing. It's hard for them to do anything when they're surrounded on all sides. That's why he saved Spanish. We'll see, man. We'll see. We could see our 2 finalists from last WWC eliminated in the round of 16. If MBL manages, this would be a big win for MBL. If he manages. Big, big win. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It's been fun today. Has MBL ever beaten Viper in a big tournament? I mean, he's beaten him before. I don't know about big tournaments. Viper's always been kind of a struggle for him. To be honest, Viper's been a struggle for every player ever. MBL is 4 wins against Viper. And there was a Nilly's Apartment Cup 2. I think he beat him in the group stage. And in the original Nilly's Apartment Cup, he also beat him in the group stage. And then a Mixer Matchups Creator Challenges, he won 1-0. So there's one more here somewhere. There's one more here that I'm missing. MemTV show match, MBL versus the Viper.
Your mom groped me 2 Halloweens ago. Shut the fuck up or I'll take it to Twitter.
MBL 143. Do you speak another language than English? A very small amount of French and a very small amount of Finnish. And other than that, no. Huge. Thank you for the 10 months. Appreciate it. Would Dave and Mem beat T90 in a 2v1? Of course we would, dude. What the fuck? What kind of question is that? Speak Vallessa. I lived there for a year. So I do remember some. Not very much. And I hate you. Would Nilly Dave win against T90 Mem? I think so. If I didn't strangle Nilly. Yeah. Nilly's not exactly the easiest person to team with. I figured that. I really like Nilly, but I figured out a long time ago that he's not he's not my ideal teammate. Why? If you have like, dude, he always like, if you're making a unit, he's like, shouldn't we be making this unit instead? Or like he'll signal your mining camp that's like 1 tile in the wrong direction, and he'll tell you it's inefficient. And that's just like unforgivable for me. Or like, I'd rather have 20 villagers standing still than someone signaling my idols. That's unforgivable. What you're saying is Nilly is too good? No, I think you'll find the last few times I teamed with him, he was the one dying. I mean, that's more on you than him. No. I'm not doing that to him. I refuse. If I see an ally with 20 idle villagers, I'm never signaling them. That is so, in my opinion, that is so non-beneficial to the team. I know technically they're idle. I know that. But it's a buzzkill. It's a mood killer. It bothers me so much when people do that. I hate it. It's not my style. Khmer over Spanish. Yep, MBL's picked Khmer. We're in game 5. Your AOM duo match was excellent the moment you realized you lost your Titan build. I think the only reason I lost that Titan build is because I was trying to help him against his guy. I was fighting 2 guys at the same time. He was just going 1v1. I was raiding his dude. I wasn't doing anything against my guy. You should force pick Persians and go FC War Elephants. And nearly will spontaneously combust. You might, yeah. Ruins the momentum to be told by a teammate ping you can't manage your eco in Dark Age. Okay, I'm not talking about Dark Age, dude. I'm talking about posting. Like 150. All right, so the dock is up from Viper. MBL is going for the mill instead. He's not going for the dock in the center here. He is going to go for the mill, which is very interesting. So he's going to start taking in the fish. Can he not, like, see any boars? He sees that one. But he's just going to take the short fish right away. Interesting. I wonder if this is a prepared strategy. Is this like... I don't know. Viper's actually getting a loom early as well. Is that just in case? MBL tries something drastic? Loom early from MBL? This is very strange. Why is there a transport ship? Because you start with a transport ship. Where's our Gamba at? Mods are doing their thing, man. MBL double mill. Double mill. Did someone TC the middle yet? No, we have houseboat at home, dude. We have houseboat at home. We don't need houseboat here. A TC on this middle area would be crazy. Just for like a little bit faster villager production. You could ride in a transport ship or an elephant. Which one it would be? Would it be in the elephant or on an elephant? I've ridden on an elephant. I don't want to ride in an elephant. That's for sure. Dude, double mill is crazy. So MBL is taking the wood that he saved from not making the dock to make 2 mills. Viper is just making fishing chips. So Viper will be ahead on eco units. He's going to be ahead on eco in general. And I just wonder, like, for MBL, is this some sort of nerves coming in? Is this just screwed up the build somewhere along the line? Is this like some sort of land forward pressure? Is this a fast castle? This could be, honestly, what this could be is like a fast castle into just boom. Where's the better Civ matchup here? I think in the late game, it's definitely Koreans, right? Could be, anyway. Especially on this map with so much stone. Get the towers set up everywhere. Goes Ballista Elephant, you can just go Onager. You can get Halb, the Hussar. He went forward for the dock, but then went back halfway. I saw you guys typing that, yeah. But, like, at the end of the day, he didn't build the dock. And he's gone for the double mill. He could have gone for 1 mill and then built the dock after that. I think Viper was probably asking that in Vector because it's Khmer. And he was likely expecting Spanish. I don't know what the strategy is here from MBL. Lots of questions. Viper's playing this fairly standard. Is the middle island empty? Yep. Yeah, it is. It's empty. I wonder if resources more for Viper. I mean, MBL still has to drop off all this food he has. But yeah, he's still going to be very far ahead because of the fish. MBL already going for farms as well. Like, he's got the fish. He's already making farms? You going out for another mill? Viper knows there's no dock. And if anything, this is just going to make Viper a little bit nervous, right? Like, what is MBL planning? He doesn't know. Could be like a fast castle, boom. It's not, based on the timings now, it's not going to be a fast feudal play. It could be a fast castle forward siege push or something like that. Like, Viper's going to have to eliminate the options. But still, at the end of the day, he's had 4 fishing ships completely uncontested. MBL is going to wait for a couple more vills, go for the mining camp. He needs all the resources when he gets the castle. Click up immediately. He won't need the buildings, so... You need to make sure you have 200 gold exactly upon reaching castle. Fast simp? It's definitely not. What would fast simp even get you? It wouldn't get you anything. Another mill from MBL. And there's a dock in the center. Viper transported a villager over here. He's going to make a dock so his fishing ships are more efficient. Still only has 4 of those. And should be able to add some extra TCs once he's in Castle Age. He actually went for the barracks. He might go for a few cav archers here to try and scout things out once he's in Castle Age. If he makes the archer range, he makes the stable instead. That makes sense. This is the most mills a Khmer player has ever built in a single game. True, it actually might be. There's 4 mills here. That's 3 more than an average for Khmer. Thanks, Spec Dashboard. Viper plays for Gamer Legion. Thanks, Spec Dashboard. Appreciate it. All right, MBL clicks up to Castle Age immediately. He's going to be there 2 seconds later than Viper. Resources collected. Viper is about 600 ahead. And MBL is running out of fish. And MBL now goes to wood. And the question is, what does MBL do? This villager came over here from Viper. Just scouting a little bit. Taking a look. Seeing what MBL's up to. Remember that Korean line of sight on villagers is pretty substantial. So he actually gets some pretty good scouting info. He sees 2 farms. Okay, 3 farms. All right. What's over here? They're gonna be nothing. We'll just come back for now. Viper's score is very far ahead as well because he has much better scouting than MBL. And there's 2 villagers inside a transport ship, which is being watched. Oh no, was this the plan? This was forward 2 vills? This was the plan? Oh no. Oh. And MBL just adds more farms. He's got a stable up over on this side. This is merely a distraction from the actual plan. It might be. Scouts coming out. Viper will add another TC. Viper also has 2 scouts. MBL can hop inside the house, which he does. And let's see if MBL can somehow deny this town center. He might be able to, although with Viper's quick wall ability, probably not. Especially with Loom on these vills. He's going to find it anyway. This is good for MBL. Finding this TC. Going to go after the villager that could quick wall him in. He's still 30 seconds away from light cav. And Viper manages to get the wall down somehow. I don't even know I saw that one. One villager dead. Scouts come in from this side. Light cav is just about to kick, but Viper will wall that off. Meanwhile, MBL has also lost a villager. And Viper will try and trap this, right? Oh! He doesn't. Villager was on the wrong side of the house. He actually loses an additional one. Still only one town center for MBL. It's just a light cav play, I suppose. Wonder how many miles of quick wall Viper has built. This question. Spec dashboard. Few people know this, but quick walling was a valid strategy IRL. I know. Have you ever played Fortnite? Forward Siege Workshop here from MBL. Viper might be able to deny this with his scouts. The light cav are still running around for MBL. Viper's only 2 villagers ahead right now, but he still has those fishing ships, so he's still ahead on res collected. And MBL might run into problems now that light cav is in. If he doesn't garrison these villagers fast enough, Viper might be able to block them from getting in the house. Let's see. MBL gets in with one, doesn't get in with the other. But still, it's all a distraction. Like those 2 villagers in the transport ship distracted Viper from this stuff. That villager is distracting Viper from this siege workshop. Viper attacks the farm. MBL goes out, throws a few seeds on it. Hops back in the house. And the siege workshop has been discovered, and it's scorpions from MBL. Still only 1 town center for him. 3 town centers for Viper. With a decent enough food eco to keep the vills coming out, and the tower goes up from Viper, and MBL, like, this strategy was just, I don't see it. I don't see it. I really don't. I don't know. We have the concepts of a plan. That's right. Rams? Okay. Hold up. Let him cook. Good house walls here from MBL. Nice job. It's still open, but nice job. And he's tracking all of this stuff with his light cav. Let him cook. If he shows up with enough, maybe Viper will be surprised. 2 rams, 2 scorpions. Is that enough? Does he want another ram? Here they come. We need villagers forward with this. He's ready. If Viper see that. Can't see it. He's going for another TC. He expects mangonels or scorpions, and he thinks that this tower can stop all of it. MBL ain't playing no games, dude. Where'd the light cav go for Viper? They're in the transport. And a turtle ship is on the way. Oh, God! Fuck! I mean, that's just the counter. If it can range it. It only took out 1 scorpion, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But Viper will notice that the scorpions and the rams are pushing in. The monk also died over here to the light cav that were transported over there, so he doesn't even have a turtle to convert, or the monk to convert the turtle. Rams are working away on the tower. Another tower behind from Viper, plus the TC fire with fletching on the way in. MBL trying to keep these Rams alive, and he's trying to bring his Scorpions in to work away against the villagers. One tower down. Turtle's still killing. Scorpions are underneath the TC now. That town center should go down. MBL trying to save as many Scorpions as he can. I don't think the villagers are alive anymore to repair these. More vills are dying from Viper. TC will die. TC will die. There's more town centers where that came from, though, so MBL will need to continue the push, and more villagers are dying here from MBL. Lots of villagers are dying here from Viper. 43 vills for MBL, 69 for Viper. That's a lot. And the trap with the gate. Beautiful job there from the snake. Another tower goes down. Army is still here for MBL. That turtle really kind of screwed things up a little bit. Really kind of messed everything up. 3 TCs still alive for Viper. More TCs being added from MBL. He's going to attempt to reboom, catch up on Eco just a little bit, and still harass Viper wherever he can. Viper's got villagers building a TC over here, but he should be able to quick wall this, and yep, he does. And now Pikeman is on the way in. Res collected, 3k ahead for Viper, but he's housed. This is the strategy. You kill the houses, and then he can't make more vills. Turtle ship killed 4 units. Nice. Good value from that. Very good value. MBL getting War Galley. He's going back on... Well, he's going on water. He's not going back on water because he never was on water. Yet another Civ without demos for Viper. And fires will be coming out here. Viper only has that one turtle ship, and that's it. MBL finding a monk. Nice. Great snipe. Viper has 0 relics. MBL has 2. And MBL snipes a mangonel. If he can, like, keep Viper busy for, like, 15 minutes, he could get his eco rolling and do something. And Viper has his TC waypoint set to the other side of the map. Classic Viper. Tower now being built along the shoreline just to secure this area. He's going to bring this monk back with the relic, and he sees the fires now. So he'll shift his turtle ship over there, and he's actually making more turtle ships as well. Turtle does win a 1v1 against a fire. It might even win a 1v2 if it's at full HP. This one is not, though. Close enough. More towers along the shoreline for Viper. More turtle ships out. More villagers stretching forward. And the monks somehow died here. I guess the light cav are still roaming around, still looking for monks to potentially snipe. As Viper comes forward with more villas, is it just more towers? Or is this a TC waypoint bug that he has all the time? It looks like the waypoint thing at the moment. I mean, the villagers are just going into the back of MBL's base. They look innocent now, but if Viper notices he has villagers back here, suddenly you have guard towers in the back of your economy, which is a disaster. MBL needs to take care of these. Bug? Yeah, it's not a bug. He just clicks too fast. Oh, God. This could be ugly. Viper going for a castle. He's going to pull this villager into the corner. probably doesn't matter in the long term, like the grand scheme of things, but it could be annoying later for MBL. It could be very, very annoying later for MBL if he doesn't deal with that. Thanks, Janosh. And villagers are dealt with. Good job. 75 villagers for MBL, 109 for Viper. Much better map situation here for Viper as well. We see he's got the towers set up. He's got the castles set up. He's got the better eco. That's like very... What a scene here. She's near an icy lake with a burning farm next door. Just enjoying the heat. Beach mouse, yeah. Any chance MBL still wins? I mean, he's up to the Imperial Age, but it's just tough, right? I feel like Murd have the worst tech tree here in the late game. The matchup's not great for them. And Viper's going to have all these towers set up. Castles on either side, and he could probably take back water control too. Like, Koreans have a better water tech tree as well. And Elite Turtle Ship is better than it used to be. Which is pretty cool. Demo's coming out from MBL. See what they can do. Takes a little less than half HP off a turtle when you demo it. But the turtles can't kill them in one shot. So it actually ends up being okay for MBL. Chemistry now on the way for Viper. Still just slowly building up. 128 villagers against 90 from MBL. MBL did finally go for the 4th and 5th TC. So maybe there's a chance. What do you do here if you're MBL? Do you just try and like raid? Make it scorpions, but oh, scorpions against bomber cannons is not good. And turtles as well. Yo, Cultivated, thank you for the gifted sub to A28 bot, keeping pyramids out of the chat since 2016. Love to see it. TC has been discovered. That would be the 6th TC for MBL. 103 villagers now for him. 136 for Viper. And more villagers pushing forward for more towers. Ballistics now on the way. Chemistry is complete, so the bomber cannons come out to deal with the scorpions. Questions about the strategy, man? I don't know. Maybe a little bit of nerves or something like that for MBL? Unclear. $10,000 res collect the difference, yep. Almost. Galleys now added in from Viper. Halberd on the way. Bracer on the way. MBL trying to get Bracer. I think he wants to go skirms. Just as like a temporary measure. And he's going to make a castle, but that's his first castle of the game after he's an imp, when his opponent is already pushing him with bomber cannons and trebs. Remember the Mr. Yo game versus Hera in the last WWC? Was that the one where Yo was Japanese? It's a good game. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Viper's got this TC surrounded by 4 towers. MBL will attempt to go for a castle here, but I think this tower denies that. Unless the monk comes over here and starts healing vills, I think that tower kind of denies this. We'll see. It's 1 Vil dead. About to be 2. Gonna be 3. Gonna be 4. Yeah, that denies that castle. Oh boy. Oh god. At like 90-something% probably too. Oh, MBL realizing a little bit too late what's happening over there. He still has villagers inside, so he could complete it. He's sending more villagers from this side. MBL losing on the front here as Viper pushes forward with towers. Bombard cannons taking out the Trebs. Halb's pushing in. Another castle there from MBL. He finally has 137 vills. But Viper has 165 ship right now on the way from him. He might even be saving up for Elite Turtle, knowing Viper. Or Elite Cannon Galleon could be huge. Fully overboom? Is it? You're making towers. I don't know. Bombard cannons and towers. Elite 10 vills, maybe? That castle's going down. That castle falls. MBL's monastery with the relics in it also goes down. And Viper's going to snag those. He's already making a monastery. Classic. And MBL's on the run. Another TC here from MBL. What does he need to do to even survive for a little while longer? I can't say. I don't think there is. There's no win condition here from MBL other than Viper having a heart attack. You need some Cobra cars. I mean, true. Wait, someone give him the cheat code. Alright. Bombard cannon should be able to clear up this entire defense. Elite what? Elite turtle ship. It's not Elite wagon, it's Elite turtle ship just came in for Viper. We are going to see the new turtles. MBL might resign before it's out. We got to see the stats on this thing. It got a buff. MBL is still at 157 population. Let's see. 7 plus 1 range. 8 range is huge. And that's about it. A little bit of extra move speed too. GG. Bra split, says MBL. Viper responds with a classic do-og. And Viper takes game number 5. Bra split indeed, my friend. Bra split indeed. Do-og. GG bra split. Yeah, that was great from Viper. I mean, it's just a question about the strategy here from MBL, right? It was all over the place. It was just all over the place. By the time he even got over here to do anything, the fish had just created an insurmountable gap. And Koreans have the towers. They can just plop them down. They're insta-guard towers. They can just defend against a siege push like that. You know how expensive a good bra is? I know, it's split. Maybe that's the excuse. MBL's like one of those AI things when it resigns. It always has an excuse, you know? My filthy peasants didn't have loom and they died to the boar. MBL's like, my bra split. And my voluptuous breasts fell out all over the keyboard and denied my early dock attempt.